Page 78. Amoxapine, an antidepressant similar to tricyclics. Indications. It is prescribed in the treatment of mental depression. Contraindications. It is used with caution in conditions in which anticholinergics are contraindicated in seizure disorders and in cardiovascular disorders. Concomitant administration of monoamine oxidase inhibitors, recent myocardial infarction, or known hypersensitivity to this drug prohibits its use. Adverse effects. Among the most serious adverse reactions are sedation and anticholinergic side effects. A variety of GI, cardiovascular, and neurologic reactions may also occur. It is involved in many drug interactions. Amoxicillin, a beta-lactam semi-synthetic oral penicillin antibiotic similar to ampicillin. Indications. It is prescribed in the treatment of infections caused by a susceptible gram-negative or gram-positive organism. Contraindications. Known hypersensitivity to any penicillin prohibits its use. Adverse effects. Among the most serious adverse reactions are anaphylaxis, nausea, and diarrhea. Allergic reactions and rashes are common. Amoxil, trademark for beta-lactam antibiotic, amoxicillin, AMP, abbreviation for adenosine monophosphate. Ampere, Audrey M. Ampere, French physicist, 1775 to 1836. A unit of measurement of the amount of electric current. An ampere, according to the meter kilogram second MKS system, is the amount of current passed through a resistance of 1 ohm by an electric potential of 1 volt. In the International System SI, an ampere is a unit of electric current that carries a charge of 1 coulomb through a conductor in 1 second. The standard international ampere is the amount of current that deposits 0.001118 G of silver per second when passed according to a certain specifications through a silver nitrate solution. See also OHM volt watt. Amperometry, the measurement of current at a single applied potential. See amphi. Amphetamine, poisoning. Toxic effects of overdosage of amphetamines. Symptoms usually include excitement, tremors, tachycardia, hallucinations, delirium, convulsions, and circulatory collapse. Emergency first aid requires gastric lavage with tap water or induced emesis and subsequent administration of activated charcoal. Amphetamines, a group of nervous system stimulants including amphetamine and its chemical congeners, dextroamphetamine and methamphetamine, that are subject to abuse because of their ability to produce wakefulness and euphoria. Abuse leads to compulsive behavior, paranoia, hallucinations, and suicidal tendencies. Amphetamines have many street names such as Black Beauties, Lid Poppers, Pep Pills, Speed, and in an injectable form, and ice, a crystalline form of methamphetamine that is smoked. See also crank, dextroamphetamine, sulfate, methamphetamine, hydrochloride. Amphetamine sulfate, a colorless water-soluble salt of amphetamine that stimulates the central nervous system. It has been used to treat certain respiratory complaints, to reduce fatigue, and to treat narcolepsy. It formerly was used to treat obesity. Ampho, prefix meaning on both sides, around, doable. Amphiarthrosis, amphodiplopia. Amphiarthrosis, see cartilaginous joint. Amphidiarthroidal joint. Greek amphi, both kinds. A type of joint that combines amphiarthrosis with diarthrosis, permitting movement in more than one direction, such that of the lower jaw. Amphigenesis, see amphigony. Amphigenetic, Greek amphi, both sides, janine, to produce. Produced by the union of gametes from both sexes. Bisexuals having both testicles and ovarian tissue. Amphigenetic, bisexual, having both testicle and ovarian tissue. Compare hermaphroditism, pseudohermaphroditism, amphigenous inheritance, the acquisition of genetic traits and conditions from both parents, also called biparental inheritance, duplex inheritance, amphigonadism, true hermaphroditism, presence of both testicular and ovarian tissue, amphigonadic, amphigony, Greek amphi and gonos, generation, sexual reproduction, also called amphigenesis, amphigonic, adjective, amphikaryon, Greek amphi plus karyon, nucleus, a nucleus containing a diploid number of chromosomes, amphikaryotic, adjective, amphimixis, the union of germ cells in reproduction so that both maternal and paternal hereditary characteristics are derived, interbreeding. 2. In psychoanalysis, the union and integration of oral, anal, and genital libidinal impulses in the development of heterosexuality. Amphipathic, Greek amphi plus pathos, suffering, pertaining to a molecule having two sides with characteristically different properties, such as a detergent, which has both a polar hydrophilic end and a nonpolar hydrophobic end, but is long enough so that each end demonstrates its own solubility characteristics. Amphosi amphi, amphogel, trademark for aluminum hydroxide gel. Amphoric breath sound, Greek amphorius, jug, an abnormal resonant hollow blowing sound heard with a stethoscope. It indicates a cavity opening into the bronchus or pneumothorax. Amphoteric, Greek amphoteros, pertaining to both, a substance that can have a positive, zero, and negative charge depending on condition. Amphotericin B, an antifungal medication, indications it is prescribed for topical or systematic use in the treatment of fungal infections. Contraindications, known hypersensitivity to this drug prohibits its use. Adverse effects, when it is used systematically, among the most serious adverse reactions are thrombophlebitis, blood dyscrasias, nephrotoxicity, nausea and fever. Chills and shaking may occur on administration. With topical use, local hypersensitivity reactions are the most common adverse reactions. Amphotericin methyl ester, AME, an antiviral drug used in experimental treatment of human immunodeficiency virus infections. Amphoterism, Greek amphoteros, both, a quality of a chemical compound that permits it to act as an acid or a base. Ampicillin, a semi-synthetic aminopenicillin, indications it is prescribed in the treatment of infections caused by a broad spectrum of sensitive gram-negative and gram-positive organisms. Contraindications, known hypersensitivity to any penicillin prohibits its use. Adverse effects, among the most serious adverse reactions are anaphylaxis, nausea, and diarrhea, fever, rashes, allergic reactions, and suprainfection also may occur. Ampicillin sodium, the sodium salt of ampicillin prescribed as an antibiotic to treat gram-positive organisms and some gram-negative organisms.